Welcome to the Family First Retirement Podcast with George Politarhos. For more information, visit betrayawealth.com. Now, let's get to the show.
Open enrollment has begun. George Politarhos, and I know you and the team at the Betraya Wealth Group, this is something you specialize in with the help of Angie Politarhos. What should we be doing if we have questions about open enrollment?
Well, open enrollment goes from October 15th for Medicare till December 7th. And what this is, just like you had health insurance through work, folks, this is your time if you want to change plans, shop it, look around, new hire signees. This is the time you want to do it. You want to give us a call, 302-330-2166. And I want to schedule a time for you to come in and talk to Angie because it is so confusing. There are so many commercials to see outside right now on TV, along with the political commercials, which is every other second. But it's so confusing, so much stuff being thrown at you. Let Angie take it. And we always say we take the gray out of retirement and make it black and white. Let her take the gray out of getting prepared for Medicare. What the best plan is for you. Is a Medicare Advantage? Is it a supplement plan? A prescription plan? What do I need? What fits my needs, wants, and desires so well? And let her make it black and white. So call us today at 302-330-2166 and schedule that appointment with Angie when you come into the office, and let's get this going. We have about 6 weeks. Let's take advantage of it and make sure you're in the right place.
October could be the best month of the year for sports fans. MLB postseason, NFL in full swing, college in full swing, NHL is back, NBA preseason. How do you not love this time of the year if you're a sports fan? However, for those in the financial industry, October could be terrifying. It's called the October effect. That's when some of the biggest market-shaping events happen. Now, this includes the Bake Panic of 1907, the crash of 1929, and Black Monday. Okay, that's all superstition. But should we pay attention to history when it comes to our finances, our investments in October because of the October effect?
I think you're a fool if you don't look back at history, especially this October, folks. Let's think about it. This is the tsunami of storms. You know, we have hurricanes raging through Florida, North Carolina, Georgia. This could be a tsunami because you have a presidential election right now going on. We talked a little bit about preparing for it, educating ourselves, knowing about taxes, knowing about security for the country. So that adds pressure to the markets. And then you have the historical part of October. Now, I always believe that if we don't know history, you're doomed to repeat it. Right? We've heard that saying.
Yes, sir.
This is the same time. But when you work with the people that deal with this every day, when you work with myself and my team here at Betraya Wealth, we're looking at those odds also with you. We're planning for you also. Maybe this is the time, depending how we feel and how you feel, we start to bring back our risk in the market just to get in the best place possible. Because I'd rather be cautious. And let me go back on that. Depends on your age, obviously.
Sure.
If you're that 35, 40-year-old, well, guess what? We can afford the risk. The older ones, the older folks, us 58 and 60s and 70s, need to be a little more cautious, and we'll reallocate. But you need to look at the history. We need to look at the signs, and we need to be on that proactive approach, not reactive. That's not how Betraya Wealth operates. We're looking at the signs. We're looking at trends, and we're planning ahead. So we're not getting hit with that tsunami of effects, especially October, November. And that's why it's so important. You give us a call, 302-330-2166, or go to our website, Betraya Wealth, P-A-T-R-I-A wealth.com. Or better yet, come on, stop by the office at 501 Silverside Road, Suite 31 here in Wilmington, right down the street from the station, and let us get a chance to meet you, talk to you, and start building our friendship and family together.
You know, you talked about how many people in this industry are reactive. It's almost like you're in a car accident and you put the seatbelt on after your car's already been totaled. So important to call the team, 302-330-2166. I saw a fascinating statistic from Fox Business. You were talking about investing. Retirees were asked, if you had the chance to redo one major financial decision, what would it be? 15% of those adults that responded to this survey said they wish they would have invested earlier. Is there a right time? Maybe I feel like I'm late to the game. Is there a right or wrong time to get starting learning more about an investment strategy?
I don't think so, Mark. I think it's so important. When's the best time to start planning for retirement?
Right now.
Right now. The first day you started your job. And I'm going to use Alex and Jared as an example. Alex is my oldest son. He's 30 years old. And Jared's my younger son, who's 26. We being Leslie and I, started planning retirement for them 10 years ago. We started building a pension plan for them.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as the boys had their jobs, the first thing that we knocked into their head, so to speak, is 401, 401, 401 retirement.
Right.
Because we talk about Social Security all the time, Mark, about the problems with Social Security and possibility of it being underfunded coming 2032. I can't promise that my kids are going to have Social Security, and none of us can. There'll be some type of it, but won't be what we know today. You need to plan for your own retirement.
Right.
So whether you're that 25-year-old or that 65-year-old, you need to get off your buttocks, sounding like Forrest Gump, off your buttocks, and pick the phone up and call us at 302-330-2166, and let's get that plan working for you. You know, we just talked about the October madness.
Sure, October effect.
And we're getting near the end of the year. I don't know. We have, let's call it 10 weeks, folks, right? Until New Year's comes ringing in. We have snow coming and ice. It's really important that you jump now and have that end of year review. If you're working with me or not, let's bring in what you have. Let's see what it's doing for you. Because we talked about taxes last week. There may be opportunity to sell things off.
Right.
To start positioning things differently, to get tax advantages. And you need to take advantage of them. Because at the end of the day, whose money are we talking about?
My money.
Your money. Say it proud, Mark.
It's my money, George. Government, get your greedy hands off my money.
And your decisions. That's exactly right. But I want my money to stay in my pocket. Right. Your money in your. I don't want to sit there and make a mistake and pass it on to the government because I didn't do something right.
Right.
If you're at that age where you have to start talking about those required minimum distributions, right? Those RMDs. And just as a reminder, RMDs is qualified funds. So a 401k that went in pre-tax dollars. We never pay taxes on it. And Uncle Sam and the U.S. government says that we want our tax dollars at a certain age. 73 right now. So you have to take out that money. Let's plan how we're going to take out that money.
Yeah.
Which account are we going to take it from? You're going to take it out of your indexed annuity. You're going to take it out of your qualified management fund. We're going to take it out of your 401k. Where? Because we don't have to take it out of each one, Mark. That's what the planning process is. Where's the most advantageous place to take the funds that fits your requirements and pays your obligation? But that's why you need to come in. And let's do that end of year review and go over it. I don't want you making mistakes. I want us to be happy, be in a better place, and to educate you. Call us at 302-330-2166, and let's start this together. Let's get on the right path at the end of this year. So next year, we have a lot of changes coming next year. We know that already.
Yeah.
But let's get ourselves running full steam going forward.
302-330-2166. We talk about these end-of-year reviews. I want to go back to that survey for a second. A bunch of retirees were asked if they had the chance to redo one major financial decision, what would it be? And this one was pretty good. Almost 40% wished that they were better advised. And that goes back to what you were just talking about with that end-of-year review, because most people think, oh, end of year, I'll come and see you in December, or I'll come and see you a couple of weeks right after Christmas, that little break in between Christmas and New Year's. No, George, it's important to get this end-of-year review checklist now, before we flip the calendar, before Christmas.
You also said something there, Mark, that 40%, I think you said, wish I had been better advised. You mean when you talk to your sister, who's a dental hygienist, and she tells you that this isn't the right thing to do, or you talk to Bob, who you work with, he's a great guy, or she's a great girl, whatever it is, but she's not you, and they have an agenda on what's right for them? Yeah, I think it does make sense. That's why you don't DIY how to fix a broken arm when you fall off the tree, when you're cutting a branch down, or clean the gutters, and you fell off the roof. I don't have to go to the hospital. Just tape it together. The arm will mend itself.
I'll go to YouTube and figure out what to do.
If you do that. Right? We know that. You're just, the banjos are playing for you already, folks. But that's what you need to come and talk to professionals about. Speak to people that work with it every day, that have the knowledge, the education, and more importantly, the tools available to help plan how you want to do this.
Right.
We always talk about how we're different people. You know, I have hair, Mark doesn't. We are different people.
Thanks.
So we need to have what's right for us, and our retirement plan needs to fit your needs. If you're some of those people that have saved that $250,000 for retirement, you need to pick up the phone and give us a call. 302-330-2166. If you have another advisor, great. I'm happy for you. Let's pick up the phone and call 302-330-2166, and let's get a new set of eyes to see what you have. Let's tear it apart. If it's doing so well and it's great, that's fantastic. God bless you, be happy. But if it's not, maybe it's not doing what you thought it was supposed to do.
Right.
Let's take a look at it and see how we can help you be in a better place. But it starts with you calling us, 302-330-2166, or Patria Wealth, Patria Wealth.com.
And George, I think it's safe to say that when we talk about this second opinion service that you offer, we're not saying that if you're working with a big box advisor that they're doing a bad job. We're just saying that they may be missing some opportunities that maybe they don't know about because they're out in Chicago or LA or down in Atlanta. George Politarhos and the team at the Betrayal Wealth Group, they serve Wilmington, New Jersey, Maryland, Dover, and the surrounding areas. They know the economy. So that's why George offers that second opinion service at no cost, at no obligation. Let's see where you're at.
2 days ago, I had a customer come in to listen to the radio show, him and his wife, and they had career changes in their career currently. They're still young, 55. And they came in to talk, and we were sitting there, and they have accounts with a big box firm. And we looked at the different accounts, and they're exactly the same. The same funds, the same allocations, everything's the same. And we looked at it and I said, well, he goes, George, why are they the same? I said, because you're 55 years old, and according to Bleep, this is 55-year-old planning. He has so much risk. They have so much risk involved with all their money that it's troublesome. Because what happens if, remember I said, I want you to wear the rose-colored glasses, Mark, and I'm the one of the doer, so to speak. What happens if October comes and history proves itself and we have a correction? He wants to retire in a year. Our conversation was, you're not going to retire.
Right.
Or you're not going to have the retirement you work so darn hard for. You need to have someone that's not putting you into that box, but making the plan that fits what your wants and needs are.
That's right.
Mark, do you have all your money in one place?
Nope. Diversified, baby.
That's exactly right. Diversified. So we have some money that's risk. We have some money still qualified or assets, but we have the risk cut back. That's our safety net. So when I walk in the High Wire Act and I wear my tutu and I'm on the High Wire Act, Mark, you pictured that just now. I saw the smile on your face.
God almighty.
And I do the jump on the rope and I miss, which I will miss. When I hit that safety net below, I know I'm safe.
Right.
Some of his money needs to be a safety net. That with that fixed index annuity is a part of that, where if the market crashes or he falls, he has this safety net protect him and his family. The other money, he can try that triple jump on the top of the rope because he knows that he's going to bang some out, he's going to hit some out, but when he does fall, I'm there to save him. And that plan is what has to be the right way. So please, when we talk about working with the big boxes, whether it's Bleep, Blop, or Bloop, make sure they fit your plan to you and not you being fit into the plan they think's right for you. That's where it all starts. And that's what makes Betrayal Wealth so important. When you come in here and you meet with me, we're going to have a good cup of coffee and we're going to see what your plan is, what your agenda is, what makes you sleep at night, how you sleep at night. You're going to meet with Angie and go over your Medicare questions. Make sure that we're aligned properly. Health insurance is one of our biggest concerns. We know that, one of the top 3. Long-term care. You're going to talk to Achilles, meet Achilles, and understand how our managed fund department is going to manage those funds, what fits with what you like to do, how you want to do it, what your objective with that spendable assets are. You're going to meet Jared and understand about life insurance and the importance of planning today for life insurance and how to start planning for your kids' retirement using life insurance. And last but definitely not least, is you're going to meet Ernie Calais. We said health care is our concern in retirement, one of them, right? We said long-term care is another one. How about the stinking issue of taxes, folks? Taxes, we can't control anything the government does. We have what's the number now, Mark? 36 trillion.
Getting close to 36 trillion, yep.
Pick a number. It's not real, it's monopoly. The one thing the government's really good at doing, when they need something, you raise taxes.
Yeah.
We have 2 people running for president. How are they going to affect us? And that's going to change our future in a lot of different ways. Taxes is one of them that we're going to feel crunch on. Whether Donald wins or Kamala wins, End of 2025, they don't do something, we have a tax increase. Ernie's going to sit there and evaluate that and see how we can plan better, plan more efficiently to keep more money in your pocket and have our taxes prepared so we don't have to pay taxes. We can keep pushing it off as long as possible, or how we can convert and take some taxable accounts, your 401k, some of that, and make it into a Roth account. So we pay the taxes today and be in the best place for tomorrow. It starts with a holistic plan that goes to your wants, your needs. 302-330-2166. Give us a call. Let's schedule that no cost, no obligation meeting.
You were talking about that couple that came in, and they're both 55 years old, and they were both on the exact same plan. My daughter is 11 years old. Just because the kids' menu is 12 and under doesn't mean she wants to eat off the kids' menu. She's a growing 11-year-old right now. She's ordering off the adult menu now. So just because you're 55 years old, that doesn't mean you get you're the 50 to 55 plan. So let's just check these boxes and move on.
And that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
We're in this together.
Sure.
It's a betray in Greek means family. And we sat there and I had everything laid out. And he goes, why are these exactly the same?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Because so many times we're just, well, you're the doctor. I have the white jacket on.
Mm-hmm.
What Dr. Jones tells me when I go to get my heart checked, it must be true.
Right.
He's never wrong.
Right.
And I'm just like Bob that just left 5 minutes ago. That's the way these companies look at you.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, have to be, and you deserve to be treated with respect. You deserve to be treated as an individual and the family core you are. And that's what Petrea does. We treat you like family because you're part of our big fat Greek family. And the plan goes with what your wants and dreams are, not what George, Leslie, Alex, and Jared's are.
PetraeaWealth.com, P-A-T-R-I-A wealth.com from the homepage. You can reach out to the team, schedule that consultation, or maybe you hear something this weekend and you can't make the phone call. But you're like, I'm going to shoot them an email. Again, do that from the homepage, PetraeaWealth.com, or we do invite you to give the team a call right now. We have a representative stand by to answer your questions, but more importantly, they can see George's calendar. They can say what day works best for you to sit down and have this consultation. 302-330-2166. Again, 302-330-2166. You know, George, you were mentioning it there. Obviously, the election coming up in just a couple of weeks, and a big buzzword in this election is income inequality. I want you to hear this clip from comedian Gary Goldman. He has his own thoughts on what he thinks that means.
The income inequality is just cartoonish. Even in my business, just the difference between me and... Do you remember the guy who played Jerry on Seinfeld? Okay. He's in the same business, ostensibly, as I am, but he is worth over $1 billion. Is he $999,911,000 better than me? And now you know my net worth.
So we mentioned it earlier. You offer that family first retirement plan, and you mentioned earlier, you said if you've saved $250,000 in assets spread across that 401k, that savings, that pension, that TSP. Let's talk about that for a second here, because everybody's net worth, everybody's value, everybody's asset structure is a little bit different. But what can you do for someone that I've done a good job, I've saved $250,000, but somebody listening right now is going, well, so have I. I've saved $700,000. So what is the difference when it comes to how much we have in assets for what you can do for us?
Your goals are going to be different, right?
Right.
The higher income people, the $700,000 person maybe wants to travel 4 times a year and go to Europe twice a year and have a more extensive retirement plan, where the $200,000 done a great job. We can do a lot with that, but you're going to take one vacation, big vacation a year.
Right.
So we'll build the plan to do that. Maybe you want to start doing legacy planning. The higher we start, more money we start with, the more legacy, generational wealth plan we can do. But you get treated exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's not saying that you have 200,000, you have 700, you get to sit in the higher seats at the stadium, the box, and you get to sit on the bleachers. We all matter, or none of us matter. Exactly how I feel when I talk to my clients. And I always tell people, being from a big fat Greek family, I am the baby out of 5. All right. And my brother was always treated better than me because he's the prize son, number 1 son. Yay, Petey. I'm just as important as Petey. And I love my brother with all my heart. I'm just teasing with him. But you all have to matter.
Yeah.
Whether you're the first son, the second son or the daughter that came for, the Greek family is really funky, folks.
Sure.
When you want to learn more about the nightmarish life, let me know. But give us a call at 302-330-2166, and we'll start that planning process together. The one that fits your wants, your needs, your income, your needs in retirement. Whether you're the guy working at Boeing, DuPont, you're a federal employee working for the IRS, the DOJ, the Postal Service, or you're a school teacher, college professor, we're going to work with your plan. We do a lot of work with federal employees. I'm not going to lie to you. We do a tremendous amount because you're so special. And I don't want to say this the wrong way. You're a unique animal.
It's not a bad thing.
Your benefits work in different ways than others. We also do a lot with people from Boeing, from DuPont, private sector. And we do a tremendous amount with the teachers' unions and how their pensions work and what do we do for how we're going to turn that on. But you need someone that works with it every day. You need someone that's not going to YouTube. That's a great question. What's the YouTube tell me?
Right.
They're in the trenches. They know how it works. They know the benefits of this. Call us at 302-330-2166 or come on into the office here at 501 Silverside Road and get to meet the Joey lookalike.
Insurance and annuities offered through George A. Politarhos, Delaware Insurance License Number 1373121. Annuity guarantees rely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Read your contract for restrictions, limitations, or penalties.